Are you looking for the best laptop? In this video we will look at some of the 5 best laptop on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Apple MacBook Pro 14, 2023. The best laptop we've tested is the Apple MacBook Pro 14, 2023. This premium mobile workstation has a premium, sturdy build, plenty of processing horsepower for demanding tasks, and all-day battery life. It also provides an excellent user experience with its sharp mini LED display, spacious keyboard, and gigantic, easy-to-use touchpad. The speakers are among the best on the market. The same can be said about the webcam. The display has full DCI-P3 coverage and superb factory calibration, making it suitable for color-critical work like video editing. You get plenty of ports, including 3 USB-C/Thunderbolt 4 ports, an HDMI, and a full-size SD card reader. If you want more screen space and don't mind paying more, you can get the Apple MacBook Pro 16, 2023. It's the same device but with better-sounding speakers and a slightly longer battery life. A Windows alternative would be the Dell Precision 5570, 2022, a 15.6-inch model. You can configure this laptop with an Intel 12th Gen H series CPU and an NVIDIA RTX A1000 or A2000 discrete GPU. It isn't bulky for a 15-inch laptop with a dedicated GPU, so it's very portable, but battery life is a weak point at only 6 hours of light use, so you'll need the charger. The 720p webcam could be better, too, especially in this world of remote or hybrid work. Biometrics include a Windows Hello IR camera and a fingerprint sensor. This laptop isn't easy to find through marketplaces and third-party sellers, so it's best to get it directly from Dell. Number 2. Acer Swift 314, 2020. The best budget laptop we've tested is the Acer Swift 314, 2020. Acer Swift models aren't exactly considered budget and are usually more expensive. However, this is an older model from 2020, so the price has decreased considerably, making it a great value. You can get it with an Intel 11th Gen Core i5 or i7 CPU and up to 16 GB of memory and 512 GB of storage. The Intel 11th Gen CPUs are a few years old but fast enough for general productivity tasks. The battery also lasts over 13 hours on a full charge. It has a nice FHD IPS display, a decent keyboard, and a wide port selection, including 2 USBs, 1 USB-C/Thunderbolt 4, a full-size HDMI, and a headphone jack. The webcam is our only major complaint. Its exposure is too low, and the microphone sounds staticky. Number 3. Lenovo Chromebook C3 4015, 2020. If you want to spend as little as possible, get the Lenovo Chromebook C3 4015, 2020, a 15.6-inch 2-in-1 convertible with a sturdy build and long battery life. You can get this laptop with an Intel Core i3 or Pentium Gold CPU, both of which are getting a little long in the tooth, but still powerful enough to provide a smooth experience on Chrome OS. That said, you can only get a maximum of 4 GB of memory, so limit the number of applications or Chrome tabs you open simultaneously. As with most budget-friendly laptops, the display is where Lenovo makes some compromises. Its IPS panel doesn't get very bright, meaning you'll have trouble with visibility in very well-lit environments, and due to its narrow color gamut, most content looks slightly washed out. Images and text look decently sharp, and there's plenty of screen real estate for split-screen multitasking. The keyboard feels great to type on, and while the touchpad is small, it tracks all movements and gestures well. Number 4. Razer Blade 14, 2022. Our best gaming laptop pick is the Razer Blade 14, 2022, a premium model with a solid aluminum chassis and a minimalistic, Apple MacBook-esque design. You can choose between 3 preset configurations: a 1080p 144Hz display with an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3060 GPU, a 1440p 165Hz display with an RTX 3070 or a 1440p 165Hz display with an RTX 3080 Ti. All three configurations deliver a smooth gaming experience in graphically demanding AAA titles, so it's just a matter of resolution preference. We recommend getting the RTX 3060 or the 3070 Ti variant, as the RTX 3080 Ti model is significantly more expensive and a poor option value-wise. It has a great keyboard with per-key RGB lighting, a wide port selection with an HDMI 2.1 port, and a fast Wi-Fi 6E wireless adapter for low-latency online gaming. As for upgradability, the storage drive is replaceable, but not the memory, as all three configurations come with 16 GB of soldered RAM. The battery lasts about an hour or so when gaming, typical for any laptop with a powerful GPU, so you'll need to keep the charger close. The keyboard gets a little hot under load, but the fans aren't overly loud or distracting. While the Razer Blade 14 is an excellent gaming laptop, it's also very expensive. A cheaper alternative would be the Asus ROG Zephyrus G14, 2022. Its QHD display has a slightly lower refresh rate of 120 Hz, but it gets much brighter to combat glare. It has an AMD Ryzen 9 6900HS CPU, and you can choose between an AMD Radeon 6700S or 6800S GPU, both powerful enough to provide smooth gameplay. It gets hotter and louder under load, though, and its overall build doesn't feel as premium as the Razer. Number 5. Lenovo Legion 5 Gen 615, 2021. We recommend the Lenovo Legion 5 Gen 615, 2021, for those on a tight budget. It's an affordable model with multiple GPU options, from an entry-level NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1650 to a powerful NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3070. You can choose between an AMD Ryzen 5 5600H or Ryzen 7 5800H CPU, both powerful enough to provide smooth gameplay. It has a sturdy build, a spacious keyboard with backlit keys, and a wide port selection that includes 6 USB ports and an HDMI 2.1 port. It's bulky, though, so it isn't very portable. For the display, we recommend getting the 165Hz 1080p or 1440p panel for the best visual experience. Make sure you pair the 1440p panel with an RTX 3070 to get the most out of it. Any GPU will do for 1080p gaming, although the GTX 1650 can only reach 60 frames per second at low settings and might not reach reasonable frame rates in the newest AAA titles. The memory and storage are user replaceable, so you can get a cheaper configuration and upgrade it later. That way, the bulk of your budget can go towards the best CPU, GPU, and display configuration, as they aren't replaceable.